On the Paper Talk today, we're going to be talking about Frenkie de Jong, obviously, because where would we be without a Frenkie de Jong story? We're going to be giving you an update on Benjamin Sesko, because he looks like he could be happening there. There's some talks afoot, so we'll be getting into all that. And also, we're in for a player from Chelsea. How the tables have turned. Let's check it out. Jay here from Stretford, Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, I'm back outside Old Trafford and the weather it's pretty mild. I've not even got my beloved Parker with me. Let's get straight into it. There's loads of stories to get through. We've got the inevitable, because it is inevitable, isn't it? Frenkie de Jong update. We've also got something on an outgoing as well, and a bit of an update on just what's going on behind the scenes with signings and all this sort of stuff, or lack of signings, should I say. A Benjamin Sesko update as well, because he seems to be the new flavour of the month, and it could be a player we're getting from Chelsea as well. So we'll get into all that. Should we start with Sesko then? Because I think he's the player that sort of has come to the forefront of Manchester United stories over the last few days. Now, this is the kid from RB Salzburg. I'm not going to pretend I know a lot about him. I'd never even heard of him until a few weeks ago. Had a good game, I think, in pre-season against Liverpool. People started to sit up and take notice of him, and Manchester United have been linked with him, especially when you look at our lack of options. We know Cristiano Ronaldo, who I'll get to a bit later, isn't happy. We haven't got Mason Greenwood for obvious reasons. Edinson Cavani's left. Anthony Martial, who's had a good pre-season, but you know, last couple of seasons haven't been great for him. So it does seem we're going into the Premier League campaign a little bit short. Now, is a 19-year-old who's relatively unproven? The answer, maybe, maybe not. This deal seems to make sense around the idea that this is a player who could reach the very top if reports are to be believed, and now would be the time to get him rather than wait until he has a good season at Salzburg and his price increases. Now that's interesting because apparently, and this is doing the rounds, I've seen this in the Express and it's in the Athletic, I think, as well. Anyway, I've seen it in the Express, so I'll stick to what I definitely know. And it says United previously turned down the chance to sign RB Salzburg striker Benjamin Sesko for as little as 2.5 million, according to reports. Now, United are eyeing up a deal for Sesko. Apparently, there's been talks between John Mercer and RB Salzburg about making a deal happen. It's going to be a little bit more than the 2.5 million we could have got for him. I think the price being quoted is around the 50 million quid mark. Bit of a gamble, that, innit, if it was to be that, for a 19-year-old who's relatively unproven. But what are you going to do? You're going to wait? If you want to get him, is that what you're going to have to pay? Strikers are in short supply, top strikers across Europe. We know Nunes has obviously gone to the Scousers. We know Erling Haaland went to City. There isn't loads of strikers out there where you can go, we don't get him, we can get him. We were linked with Jamie Vardy yesterday. I mean, I don't know how solid those rumours were. They came from the Daily Star. But just the fact that his name's even being mentioned with Manchester United shows you how desperate, shall we say, United or the idea of United getting a striker has become. So we'll have to wait and see on the Sesko front. Oh yeah, it does have it in the Athletic as well, because yeah, we could have signed him in 2019, but what would he have been then? About 12? No, let's work this out. 2019, 16, 17 maybe. 2.5 million was too much. I mean, you look and you go, why? 2.5 million is pennies, but you don't know what was going on at the time. You might have thought this is just another kid, you know, in a host of children that look like they could make it. But yeah, we might end up doing what we normally do, paying more for a player we could have got a lot cheaper earlier. We'll keep you posted on that one. No talks, looks like they're underway there. There's also rumours that he's been linked with Chelsea and Liverpool, so that could put a bit of a spanner in the works, shall we say. Who knows? As always, any updates, we'll keep you posted. Now, this is a bit of a strange one, because last night I saw this story, or this was suggested on the live, and I was like, nah, I can't see it, to be honest with you. But listen, I might be wrong. I'll hold my hands up, you know, it can happen. That Hakim Ziyech could be a target for Erik Ten Hag. And this is in the Mail, and it says Ten Hag wants a reunion with ex-Ajax star Hakim Ziyech at Old Trafford, but some of Manchester United's recruitment team are blocking a move for the out of favour Chelsea forward. Now it says, he goes on to basically say what we already know, that Ziyech played for Erik Ten Hag at Ajax, went to Chelsea. He's been okay there, like he says, out of favour, had some good moments. He scored against City, I think, didn't he, in the FA Cup semi-final. Didn't get off the bench, if memory serves, for the Champions League final. So he's not set the world alight. There's been moments, but he hasn't been great. 29 years old, so he's not young. He's sort of, in his peak years, you could say. Kind of makes sense in the fact that Erik Ten Hag wants him. Every player we're linked to seems to be, apart from Sesko, seems to be a player that Erik Ten Hag has known or has played under him or has come from the Dutch league or whatever. So, yeah, I understand it, but it would seem a little bit of a strange move to go for a 29-year-old who's out of favour at Chelsea. We'll keep you posted as always. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. If anything develops on the Hakim Ziyech front, we'll let you know. At the moment, it just seems to be a little bit of a rumour rather than a concrete story. But sometimes these rumours do escalate and become stories. There's a piece in The Athletic by our mate Laurie Whitwell talking about the Ronaldo issues, and still no De Jong says this: the brutal truth of United has arrived for Erik Ten Hag. It's just going on about the sort of what Erik Ten Hag's having to deal with. Frenkie de Jong, still not at Manchester United, been linked with Chelsea. Rumours or reports that he wants to stay at Barcelona. We kick off the season on Sunday. Most people, a lot of people, myself included, thought this deal might have been done by now. It hasn't been done. It doesn't look any closer than it did 2 months ago. In fact, it looks a bit further away now that Chelsea are in for him as well. So Laurie's piece sort of talking about that. He also mentions the Sesko interest as well, and the fact that when he was at Domzale, United were linked with him then for 2.5 million quid. Also mentions there's a planned protest here on Sunday as well, before the group. Yep. There's still a lot of people, a lot of fans unhappy with the Glazers and are going to make their feelings known. So if you can get down here early and you can check out that protest, then by all means do so. We always support peaceful protests, especially ones that are trying to bring about positive change at this football club, because we need it. And there's nothing the Glazers have done over the past 17 years that make me feel like that they're any good for Manchester United Football Club, and there's nothing they've done in this transfer window that's made me change my mind about them. Anyway, you can make your own mind up. That's just my personal opinion on him. So yeah, he's going to say what we know. He's talking about the problems with Ronaldo, talking about the problems with the De Jong transfer as well, and also that Erik Ten Hag interview where Erik Ten Hag mentioned not just Ronaldo, he mentioned there were other players as well that left early for the friendly on Sunday, and he wasn't happy about that. We're going to have something on that later on with Jamie Jackson. Jamie Jackson has been all over that story, so we're going to speak to him this afternoon around 4 o'clock. I think it's going to be on the channel. And he goes on to mention, the fact that the Frenkie de Jong transfer saga, whatever you want to call it, does feel a little bit like the Cesc Fabregas saga in 2013, doesn't it? This whole thing of, 2013, the summer of 2013, wasn't it? Where we went after Cesc Fabregas for the entire summer, looked like we were going to get him, and then ended up going to Chelsea. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Not a great time in the transfer window for Manchester United. Yes, I like Christian Eriksen. Tyrell Malacia looks like a bit of a gem, and Lisandro Martinez is a player that you can get behind. But we're still short, aren't we? We're short up front, and we're short in midfield, and I thought we'd have done more business personally by now. I know there's still some time left in the transfer window, but so far, so meh, if I'm being brutally honest. Fabrizio Romano tweeted last night, if you missed it, Alex Telles has just landed in Spain to undergo a medical test and sign a contract as new Sevilla player. Medical on Thursday morning, so that's this morning, to approve loan move until 2023. Wish Alex Telles all the best there. He's out on loan. It's not really worked out for him at Old Trafford, has it? He hasn't had a good pre-season. We've got Tyrell Malacia in. There's still Luke Shaw there. I don't see Alex Telles getting much of a chance at left back, and you could argue nor should he, because I don't really think he's at the levels we need. Anyway, get involved in the comments in the chat. Let us know whether you agree with any or all of my opinions on these things. Let us know what you think about the Frenkie de Jong situation, the Cristiano Ronaldo situation. Do you rate Benjamin Sesko, or do you want someone else? And if you do want someone else, who do you want? Don't forget as well to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 700,000 subscribers on the channel. We've broke the 650k mark. We're buzzing with all the support we've had. So we want to get to 700,000 subscribers. And with your help, we can do it. Don't forget to check out the members section. There's a video there from me on my little mini Scandinavian tour, and paddockmerch.com. I've been Jay Motti, outside a pretty mild Old Trafford. Thanks for watching.